Alright, what up guys? So today we got the NA Miata, right? The 1.6. So today I gotta replace a heater core. So I'm gonna be showing you guys how to replace a heater core without actually having to remove the dash. You know, nice and easy and a lot faster. So I'm gonna get this in the garage and we'll get started. Alright, we got ourselves a nice clean drain pan. So we'll just come up underneath here and remove our petcock valve, Phillips head, and drain the coolant out of this thing. Alright, next I'm just gonna remove the spring clamps that holds the hoses to the heater core itself. Alright, lines are off, out of the way. Okay, so now that we got the hoses off, I got a drain pan underneath. I'm gonna blow some compressed air through it and just kind of get as much coolant as I can out of there. So next I got some water, got a funnel going through it, so I'm just gonna try to get some water into it. I'd rather have diluted coolant, extremely diluted coolant that goes onto my carpeting than just straight coolant in my cabin. Okay, so here's a quick rundown of what we're going to be doing inside the car. It's just a spare heater core box that I did have laying around. So there's the two screws. You're going to have to use the stubby to get to the one. I think you should be able to get to this one with a normal screwdriver. Alright, pop the cover off. And then we'll have these three clips holding it on. The tubes on, so I have to have them completely off. And then there will be this clamp. So this clamp just connects these two pipes, so we gotta take that off in order to get this heater core off. Okay, so next is the important part about how we're going to move it in the car. This will clear, right? This isn't going to be a big deal inside the car, but then the issue is that, you know, this isn't going to make it out with the bends and everything. So we'll get it like this. You can see there's a bunch of room while this cover's on there in here. So I think the goal would be to cut it right here, and then we'll just do something identical to this. Just put a clamp with two clamps of the hose and call it a day. We should be able to sneak the heater core in there, and then we'll put it in the car with that on there. I think I'm going to cut it first on the heater core that's in my car currently, just so that way I know that if I can remove the heater core assembly, you know, with this much left on there, then I should be able to put the new one in there with, you know, this much left. So possibly we might have to move that cut, but I think we should be all right. So, and then just slides on out. So I am gonna get underneath the car. We're gonna get cutting. All right, guys, we're up in the car. Got those two screws holding this plastic cover off. So now we can cut our tube and then get those clamps off of there. I was going to use a die grinder, was going to use Sawzall, but I think I'm just going to use some tin snips. Should cut through it. There we go. Come on. Alright. One out. gotta disconnect that. Alright, we got the rest of the clamps off, and we got our one pipe from the rubber coming out, so we're taking out pretty much how it should be going in with the new one. So we got our new heater core that's going in it, and you know, I marked a spot on this slightly lower, I think, than where this is at, and what we will do is we're going to use our tube cutter just to cut this off, because that'll give us the cleanest cut. Alright, so a little added insurance. I think I'm going to take my crimpers and I'm just going to add a quick little bead roll, kind of like how you do for intercooler piping, around each one of these, just so it has a flare to prevent it from blowing off, the hose blowing off, and me having to redo this and not being in a good mood. New heater core ready to go in. There we go. Got her in. Alright guys, so we're looking at the heater core. I did something different. I got a longer hose on there with 2 clamps, just because I feel like the hose that we had on there was kind of just meant for something the top style and not really the bottom. So I feel like this is just a little bit better, and I had it around anyways around the garage. So we got hot heat, system's fully burped, you know, it's been running for a little bit, so I think we're good to go. So I'm just gonna finish putting that cover back on, button up the rest of the stuff, and then we'll pretty much be good. So yeah, quick and easy, fastest heater core I've ever done, really. All right guys, well I think that's about it for today. So it's running fine, you know, not overheating, and we got good heat. So I think that's about it for today. Like, comment, subscribe, anything to, you know, keep me going, boys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.